name is Dee. Thank you for watching my channel. Look what I came across. An article in Criminal by Rose Meyer. The same Rose Meyer that started the GoFundMe in the Summerwells case. She wrote this article, and I'm not going to put y'all through the whole article, so I'm just going to take up where the part about Rose Bly starts. These words are what Rose Meyer wrote. A smallish black book was pulled from between the layers of cloth. I love mysteries. My fingertips began to tingle. I stood there and quickly scanned a few pages. The day washed off my mind as I moved to a comfy chair and began to read every word. Soon I had pen and notebook in hand as I began to connect the dots from the pages. I jotted them down, names, dates, towns and cities, husbands and wives, brothers, sisters, forming a family tree. One name was most often used, usually in a standalone, Rosie. Boston turned all night, trying to find sleep, as the little black book refused to let me rest. Was Rosie my age, my daughter's age? Was she real? Rosie is real. She has been missing since 2009. I joined a Facebook group dedicated to her case. Now the scribbles in the black book began to take shape. I could discern who were family friends. This was written by Rose Meyer of Wisconsin. So Rose Meyer, the same person that started the GoFundMe 6 days after Summerwells disappeared, saying she found out about Rose Bly in a little black book that she found in a coat pocket, in a coat she bought at a thrift store. Is this a story, or is this the truth? Is this just a story she wrote? Take a listen to what she told Tracy Ann.
Grandma Candy's lover. I am not Rose Bly Larson, nor Rosie Bly. I am not Rosie's real mother. I am not Scott nor Ava, who set up other GoFundMe accounts. I am not the killer of either Summer nor Rosie. In fact, they may be both alive. I'm not Allie's mother's lover. I'm not sleeping with Dawn or any law enforcement in any state. I am just me. My first question. How did you meet Candy? That's what she calls Candus Harer, Candy. We met at a manager's meeting as we both worked for the same company. My store was the nearest store to hers. So if they needed bags, pricing stickers, or other things before a truck arrived, someone was sent to her store to get it. Just so happened the Sunday when Candy's daughter went missing, she stopped at my store after leaving the sheriff's department a block away. I was working.
So, Rose Meyer said she knew Candus Harer from her work. They were both managers at a family dollar store in the same area in Wisconsin. And the very same day that Rose Bly went missing, Candus Harer showed up at her store, and she became somehow the spokesperson for the Rose Bly case. So, in short, Rose told us that she was there throughout the whole entire Rose Bly case from day one, from the Sunday it happened, August 21st, 2009. That's what she wants us to believe. That's what she told Tracy. That's what she told Tracy Ann.
She was already in shock, broken, lost, scared, and needed someone to lean on. So we likely, because she doesn't remember that exactly where they stood, just stood in an aisle and talked. Do I recall how I became the family spokesperson? No.
And just like that, Rose Meyer became the spokesperson of the Rose Marie Bly case, someone she didn't even know.
How involved were you in Rosie's case? Somehow I became a voice for her mom. She had reporters calling me and I stepped up to the plate. She asked me to go with her to see her grandbabies that Monday, so I did.
So, from what she just told us, Rose Bly goes missing on Sunday, and Candus Harer goes and sees Rose Bly's children on Monday, the very next day, before an investigator was even assigned to Rose Bly's case. And I would like to add here, as of 2024, Candus Harer no longer has access to any of her grandchildren.
When she learned no investigator would be on the case until Tuesday, together we worked to get flyers made and posted as fast as we could. We had them up before the investigator even contacted the family.
Ooh, Rosie on the spot.
One of the first flyers was seen the next day, and Candy arrived home from the press release done by, I think it's Polk County Sheriff's Department, to a call from a town resident saying they thought they had found the car. Candy called me saying, "No way. I just drove past that lot on my way down. The license plate didn't match the report, but it was Rosie's car. Had it been there since Saturday night? No one knows."
Rose Bly's car was found 5 blocks away from her mother, Candus Harer's house.
How close are you to Candy? We have known each other for about 13 years. Once the case died out and I left my position due to a workplace injury, our contact faded. Since 2011, we had only been casual Facebook friends. We met face-to-face once when she was back in the state with her camper for the 10-year mark of Rosie's disappearance in 2019. I drove to Grantsburg to give her a hug.
So, is she telling us that when she drove all the way to Tennessee, that was the first time she had seen Grandma since August of 2019? Good old Rose Meyer sure got a knack for speeding into missing persons cases right from the get-go, right from the start. It's like she's got her foot on the line when they blow the whistle. From 2011 to 2019, Rose Meyer never saw Candus Harer in the flesh. Like a marathon for the missing.
How did you learn about Summer? A notification on Facebook. Someone had tagged me in the Help Find Rosie Bly group. I sent a PM to Candy asking if this was true. Then we started video calls back and forth.
I wonder if Rose Meyer thought it strange that 2 people had come missing as the same family.
Have you been to Tennessee? Yes. With drive time, it was for 4 days.
Summerwells was reported missing on June 15th. According to what Rose Meyer says, she was there 6 days later, so that would have been the 21st.
Why did you go to Tennessee? There were a number of reasons crawling up inside me as we stayed in contact in messages, voice calls, and video calls. Both Candy and Candus weren't eating, sleeping, and afraid to fall asleep and miss any news on Summer. Both were beyond speaking in complete sentences by the week's end. That Sunday, I started the Summerwells family support group. Law enforcement was there almost constantly. I could see and hear them in video calls. I saw the helicopters as they flew above a nearby hill and over the property as they turned their phones so that I could see. Why did you start the GoFundMe? Once I arrived there, it was easy to see these folks were dirt poor. Law enforcement had taken everyone's phones, so there was that expense just to buy cheap replacements so they could stay in contact with anyone until they were returned.
But the Wells never bothered to tell her that they had extra phones at their disposal.
Dad, Don Wells, was not working. Pay wasn't coming in. Their fridge is cute, but not much bigger than a large dorm size. The nearest place I saw to get a gallon of milk was about 12 miles away. They only bought a gallon or two at a time, depending on how much shelf space they had. Gas is not free, and with school out, more groceries would be needed. No paycheck means no Wi-Fi.
They weren't as broke as they let on, Rose Meyer, because not long after that, Don Wells went to Knoxville and bought $2,000 worth of cocaine and come back and passed it out in his neighborhood, just to prove to the TBI that he was not broke, that he had money.
No cell service, no TV, no link to the outside world beyond their property lines without money. It was a no-brainer.
A no-brainer that none of us could ever dream would last 3 years.
How have you participated in the search for summer overall? Flyers, phone calls, family support, etc. The team is doing whatever we can when we can. We all have lives. We monitor the group for the families so that all messages that are sent are uplifting and hopeful. We discovered the issue with the GoFundMe as the company was of little to no help.
Oh no, not another person blaming someone else. Now it was GoFundMe's fault. A glitch in the system.
It took days to figure it out with the help of Jan in one state, myself in another, and bringing in Cathy, who lived nearby, to physically meet with Candus in Kingsport.
Cathy. That is Cathy the friend, folks. Rose Meyer introduced Candus and Cathy the friend.
Well, I in turn asked her what the hell she was talking about, because I had no idea, and I still have no idea what she's talking about. And I tried to call her 3 times. And all 3 calls, she rejected.
Needless to say, Cathy tried to help Candus, but Candus went back to Don when he got out of jail. It was a no-go.
In the meantime, the GoFundMe was shared 1,500 times, trashed, bashed, and called a scam. If those folks had just donated a single dollar, the balance in Candus's account would be twice what we had this past Tuesday. We have made many pleas to locate the name of the Amazon wish list created by the Human Services Department so folks could send items. We have a group member who created numerous flyers she has shared with us and other groups. Jan contacted a local printer in the area, and anyone can pick up free flyers to post. There's also an anonymous member in our group paying for free postage up to a $10 shipping fee. Why are you supporting the family? Why not? They have passed polygraphs. They have sat for interviews with law enforcement officers. The boys have been interviewed by specialists. Both parents have done TV interviews. They have let every single law enforcement walk the home, land, and search on multiple occasions. No warrants were asked for. And if that doesn't say find my child, what does?
To me, in my opinion, after 32 months of studying the Summerwells case, I think these are both stories by Rose Meyer. One just a little bit more believable than the other. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share. All the best.